ॐ नमस्तेऽस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय.
Shivaya Namah. Said Suda completed telling to Naimisaranya sages the Upadesh given by Lord Muruga to Vamadeva. He continued to say, Naimisaranya sages, Vamadeva, who attained such an Upadesh, went to Kailash with a matured devotion. Had darshan of Paramapati, he folded his hands and prayed to him, praised him by saying various Veda Vakyas. He lived attaining Shiva's Anugraha. So you also know about this Pranava. Live in this Kasi Kshetra, be devoted towards Vishwanatha's holy feet and attain Shiva's Sayujya. I am going to Badrikashram to serve my Guru Vyasa Bhagavan. Bless me to always get darshan of sadhus like you all. So far I said you all what you all asked me. This will be called as Rudra Sahasram in Shiva Mahapurana. This is auspicious among all auspicious ones. Through this one can know Sadashiva Brahman. One can get rid of sins and diseases. This will give sukh bhogs in this world and moksha at Paraloka, said Suda. Sages who heard this Samhita became very happy and thrilled. They looked at Seth Suta and stood praying to him with folded hands, saying, Swami, we got rid of our ignorance. Seth Suda looked at them and said, Sages, this should not be said to unwise people, atheists, and people who have no devotion at all. This should be said only to people who have realized that it is Lord Shiva, the one who is at the peak of Vedanta. My Guru Sage Vyasa, thinking many times deep about the various Vedantas, Vedas, and 18 Puranas, extracted this to be the conclusion at last and blessed me, giving this as Upadesh. Sages, even people who have no devotion towards Lord Shiva, on hearing this will become devoted. People who have heard this through their Guru once will get rid of their sins. People who have heard this twice will get a more matured devotion towards Lord Shiva. Who has heard this 4 times will attain Shiva Jnana. So whoever has the desire to attain Bhog Moksha should hear this often. My Guru gave me Upadesh to hear this 5 times. With what desire they read or hear this, they will attain, he said. Naimisaranya sages offered vastras, jewelry, chandan, and did archana with flowers and akshata to Seth Suta, who said so. They prayed to him several times, praised him with loving words, and bid goodbye to him, saying Veda Vakyas and that he should be telling Lord Shiva stories like this always. Whoever read or heard this Kailaya Samhita with devotion will enjoy Atta, Kama and Dharma and will attain Shiva Samrajya with Shivajnana. Even if they have to take birth, even in those births they will have Shivajnana and Shivadhyana and at last will attain the immortal position. With this, Kailaya Samhita gets over. Next, we are going to see the 4th Sanath Kumara Samhita. Prabhatye devami sanah sarvagyam aparachitam sambhavam sarvabhutanam anadim visvadomuham. This Samhita begins with this mantra meaning Lord Shiva, who is Devadeva, who perceives everything, who cannot be won by anybody, who is the reason behind the creation of all Buddhas, who has no beginning, who is omnipresent. I surrender to that Paramashiva. Seth Suda looked at Naimisaranya sages and said, I bow down to the leader of all the worlds, Ardhanarishvara, with Trikarana Shuddhi. Trikarana Shuddhi means the purity and unity of thought, word and deed. I bow down to the leader of all the worlds, Ardhanarishvara, with Trikarana Shuddhi. Sage Vyasa is my Guru and the Guru of this world. He is Sage Parasara's son and the one who has Kalanyana. He is a brahmachari. He wrote the Kavya, Mahabharata with 1,25,000 granthas. He reformed the Vedas and divided them into 4. Srishtikarta Brahmadeva is surrounded by the 4 Vedas. Once sage Vyasa, surrounded by Brahmadeva and many other such sages, at the holy Naimisaranya was telling divine stories. At that time, Brahmaputra, sage Sanath Kumara, who has reached the shores of Jnana Vidya and who is the Mangal Murti, came there as a fortune to this world. Naimisaranya sages, on having darshan of him, got up happily and gave him Arghya, Padhyana, Asamanya and did puja with Trikarana and stood praying to him with folded hands. Said Sanath Kumara blessed them with good words and sat on the Divyasana they offered. At that time, Naimisaranya sages looked at him and asked, Brahmaputra, please tell us the rules of Linga Archana, the way to do puja to Devadeva, the benefits one attains with his grace, the different types of Shiva Murta, Shiva Mantra Swarupa, and the rules for that mantra Anushtana. For that, Yogeshwara Sage Sanath Kumara said, the Bhumurtis and the Sreshtas sit on the asana. He remained like the moon surrounded by the stars.